Welcome, guys, to another WTL Arena review. Today, I'm here with Coach Chippies and Cupcake, and we have another Diamond Plus game for you all. Do you guys see anything interesting in this one? What comes straight to mind for you?
Well, for me, I have to start with the top lane. I feel like this is one of the best Jax games I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Four stacking-based champions and even Leona, of course, Jaxi can block her Q. I feel like I'm really looking at Jax to have a massive impact in this game,
Oh
just because it's
no.
Good.
oh, what is
There's
it?
the massive impact with the E.
There it is,
Five
five.
man.
5-man Jack stun is crazy.
Exactly what I meant. There we go.
Wow,
Perfect.
okay. Well, the idea for all of this is to secure bot lane mid bush and lane prio for a bot laner, and then they're just bringing everyone to the fight. So that's cool to see. It is
Yeah.
going to be a pretty explosive bot lane matchup, and without going too in depth, the difference between Leona having bush control and just being out in the open and being a melee minion is a huge deal. So if Kai'Sa Leona can get lane pressure and pressure from the bushes and get level 2 and have threat, they're terrifying, or they're useless if they get pushed out.
Yep. I think something that's tough about this is that Lucia didn't get to base, so Kaisa got to spend her money. So Kaisa has an item advantage, but I guess they should still be able to take control because Leona is going to be kind of minion mode here.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like Kai'Sa has the cull, but they have the bush control in the lane position. So
also, that was a really spicy fight. I thought it looked cooked as soon as Jax got the 5-man E, but it didn't. It didn't do much.
They kept it going for too long. They should have cut it back a bit earlier.
Enemy like lethal tempo Yon and Kaisa getting multiple passive procs was just cooking.
Yeah. One thing I want to take a look at, I know bot lane's interesting, but honestly, who gets top prior? Okay, good.
Oh my god.
Because this matchup, I would say who gets pro in this, who gets pro in this matchup is really close. But at the top level, Renekton should be getting level 2 advantage.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people just give it to Jack. So really good to see our Renekton player here just staunching, abusing level 2 versus 1. Really good to see. You have to be able to hold your ground.
Fundamentals here as well, right? Like if you are going to lose level 2, you got to recognize that and probably back off a little bit for the Jax's perspective.
Definitely. And in most matchups, I'd agree with you, but this one specifically, I feel like the margin for who gets level 2 first is so close that probably our Jax players had a lot of experience getting level 2 before Renekton. He might have been caught off guard a little bit. Okay, nice.
Is this a dive angle?
Dive? Nah, no way.
I was wondering, Pabu, if you would have noticed these trades as blue or red and looked to investigate at all.
I don't know. It's tricky. Like Renekton Jax. I mean, it depends on the like how good the players in the game are. Because if I'm playing like a challenger game and I've like Renekton on my side, I know that he's gonna get pushed, and I know that there's not gonna be like a huge opportunity to kill or anything. So it's like I'm not too stressed about attending this. The outcome is pretty like preordained in that sense. But it is also like a spicy matchup. I don't know. It's tricky because bot lane. I also care a lot about bot lane as well in this game.
Yep. Yeah, and I think back to the bot lane's perspective, the Kai'Sa Leona, since they did lose lane control, they really need to just minimize appropriately until their jungler is active. And if they can find a gank or a 3v3 skirmish, it's going to be really favorable for them, even a crash into base.
Yon had no flash from the level 1, so Skana had flash advantage.
Looks like a solid punish.
And is there ever an angle where the Leona Kai'Sa can just flash on the Nami? Or are they pretty jungle reliant?
Yeah, so they can, as long as Kai'Sa is able to land her W. I think they're missing both of their flashes, so that reduces a lot of their agency. So what you can do, because they're obviously at a range disadvantage, is just use their flashes to relieve pressure and to create volatility, but they can't, so they probably will have to minimize and wait for buy.
Yeah, so level 1 really affected their matchup, not just the bush control as well.
Huge deal. Yeah, they lost summoners, they lost bush control, and so that means the new reality is chill, do nothing, wait to get bailed out.
Yeah.
Maybe we can have a look at that again, Pabu. Was that just a straight up 2v2 kill?
Yeah, pretty much. I know this position is so uncomfortable for Kai'Sa Leona.
So in an isolated 2v2 setting, Kai'Sa should have been ready to absolutely pounce on that Leona engage. You have to. Now, if they're worried about the Scanner being there, then Leona shouldn't go in, but you can't afford to be on different pages as an all-in lane, right? You're just going to get absolutely nothing done and die. So it was a good engage by lIora, waiting for Lucian to dash forward, and then Kai'Sa should immediately fling out her W and send it. Low margin for error, but you got to be on the same page.
Yep, and because they're in comms, lIora should communicate that before she goes in, ideally, that she's looking for the angle. Like, if Lucian goes in, I'm going to go, right? So Kai'Sa's pre-ready. Yep. She doesn't have to react in the heat of the moment.
Definitely.
Oh man, this is a really brutal game. I feel like I'd want to be swapping as Kai'Sa at this point. Like, I don't want to play the next bot wave, I feel like, because I feel like this is going to get stuck outside Lucian's tower and you're just going to die again.
Yeah, I like the swap call there. Renekton can 1v2 at level 6 pretty easily.
Yeah. Renekton has TP. You could also, like, maybe cross to this stack here and try and dive the Jax. Like, if you're on this wave here, maybe you
just 4 men.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Because this looks really terrible. Like, I was Kai'Sa here, I'm not sure what you do. It's a bit open.
I like the overload. Yeah, the overload top's really good, actually, if we 4-man them.
Oh, man.
Probably something we won't see in solo queue or in most amateur games.
Definitely.
Yeah, this is just really brutal for Kai'Sa. I feel like Lucian is a bit face roll at this point in the matchup.
Oh, okay.
I think at some stage you just gotta wait for your jungle to fix wave, because if they keep getting chunked in an isolated 2v2, it's never going to get better.
Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of gank setup, but they need to actually have health when the homie rocks up, right? Or else they can't do anything.
I feel like Vi can't fix it for them, though, if Skarner's in the area.
Yeah,
I feel like Vi's just going to stare at them and do nothing.
I mean, it's pretty easy for Skarner as well to walk Vi out in the 1v1.
Yeah.
Like, Vi's 1v1 is not that great. And then if she commits Q to actually fight Skarner, then he just eats her into wall. And if it's post 6, ults her, and she's just full dead. So it's like really tricky to push out the Skarner as Vi. Very easy for Skarner to hold space against her.
Definitely.
Yeah, I would want her to just run through lane and just hit minions. I think their 3v3 is strong if Kai'Sa lIora have health bars, which lIora doesn't.
Yeah, they're missing.
There's some intention there, though. I don't mind it. Like, from what Vi is doing.
Yep, plan was good, just execution's off. I still feel like if Skarner just stops Dragon and goes and holds the Vi, they can't get the wave in, though. I feel like they're pretty checkmated, but it's better than just getting destroyed 2v2.
And props to Skarner for recognizing the side of the map that he's going to get a lot of value on, because this Kai'Sa is going to be behind for the rest of the game at this rate.
Definitely.
Yeah. Also, I'm not sure if anyone deserves strikes from this, because it's like, I feel like Lucian's played really well, but then also I feel like the position from level 1 was so cooked for Kai'Sa.
Yeah, I wouldn't call a strike yet. I feel like they just got put in such a bad spot from level 1.
Yeah. And then also, I'm not sure, like, I feel like you have to fight this bush level 1. So it's like, I feel like it's just like, play the fight really good, you know? And it's like, if it goes badly for you, then it's just like, all right, you just have to accept the reality of yeah.
I mean, we did touch.
It wasn't an ideal spot.
Yeah, definitely. They could have swapped, but we're not going to give them a strike for not swapping. I think it's pretty hard to call it, like, in the 4 minutes 40 into the game, right? To swap out.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind no swap. I would just want, like, the way that they embrace reality after the awkward level 1 is Kai'Sa probably remains in lane to have some control of the bushes rather than head home. And then they concede, they don't contest shoves, they stay healthy so that when their jungler is on their side, they can actually still play. But they ended up dying 2v2, ended up taking some awkward trades, lost all control of the lane. And then at that stage, it's unplayable.
I think Lucian's doing really good, though, no? He's really putting his foot down.
Yeah. And I think Lucian Nami, like, their wave management is looking really solid. They're very precise in what they're doing with the waves. They're like freezing, denying, and then when they want to reset, they find a decisive crash into base, and they're snowballing really effective.
Definitely, yeah. Clean first item as well. Already got Essence Reaver.
The 8-minute Essence Reaver is tough.
Okay, I like Vi taking grubs there using Renekton's pressure. There's no way they can 2v2 that. Nice.
I'm thinking there was maybe a problem solved on Vi's end in this game. Like, if the level 1 is this spicy, everyone's sums go down. And so it's like, all bot lanes, it's like, oh, he cooked him.
Oh. Should we go back? Just a quick recheck. What happened there? Okay, yeah. So this matchup here, you can't lead with Q. You have to lead with movement. It has to be auto WE, and then Q disengage or Q after him. Of course, in this case, we'll just Q away. But if you Q directly onto Renekton's head, and he retrades onto you, you're going to get obliterated. So you have to lead with movement here. I feel like he used his E early, anticipating a Renekton stun, and then felt pressured to Q in, If you do a bad E like that, it's not the end of the world. You just click backwards and say goodbye to your wave. But, queuing in like that, you just get way too punished.
Yeah, I feel like there was also very little reason for the trade. His condition was worse. He was down a level, and like, I don't know, there wasn't much he was playing for in this scenario.
Definitely.
What do you guys think? Is Chippy's
Oh.
about a half strike on Jax? We misplayed the early levels. We misplayed like understanding the matchup. It's looking pretty devastating up there.
It's close. It's close. We'll put him on the line. Not yet. Not
Okay.
quite yet. If he comes back to lane and
pen
keeps
is
heavy
raised.
trading, if he keeps heavy trading until before Triforce, then we'll give him a strike.
Oh, are we mad about that or not? That was like a oh no. Oh no. That was such a send on Scanner's behalf, and then like a really terrible flash afterwards. Okay, what? I'm not even sure what's going on in this whole scenario. The Nami flash forward is crazy, and then the Yun still dying here is crazy.
Yeah, he just needs to take his reset.
He's just
The cannon minion gap.
yeah.
He's just too hungry for the cannon.
Yeah, if the enemy support is in lane, you're not going to get that crash into base, so you probably just got to
Yeah.
chill there. And
Definitely.
I want to give some props to Ezra. That's the Nami player here. They're translating their pressure. What you will see a lot in solo queue, and especially in Challenger players, is they just right-click bot for the first 20 minutes of the game, and we're able to find a window to roam and to relieve pressure and generate pressure around the middle of the map. And it's good League of Legends.
Definitely.
Yeah, I guess when Leona has no flash, Lucian's not too scared, so you can kind of staunch 1v2.
Yep, I feel like the Yone made a pretty common mistake. I don't know if you guys see this in your program as well, but just because the jungler is nearby you doesn't mean you're invulnerable, right? Doesn't mean you can force the gank no matter what or play super aggressive. So just because Vi was next to him doesn't mean you can just E in like that. And that mistake's quite common because when your jungler's on your side, you want to use it, right? You want to get kills, but there are just some times when it's not a play.
This looks like some heavy trading before Trinity Force.
Yeah. The wave's coming to him here, so he just wants to disengage. If Renekton forces onto Jax, Jax can easily disengage it, right? But he's taking the trades, he's fighting the Renekton back, so we are going to give him a strike, I feel.
Yeah, I feel like
too many chances.
Watching the way these trades have played out, it looks like I feel like Renekton understands the matchup a lot better.
Definitely. He knew that he was going to get level 2 advantage. He knew to bait Jax as he out from under tower and retrade onto him. And when the wave was pushing to Jax, Renekton really capitalized on that wave advantage as well. So right now, Jax has not got to Triforce cleanly, which is kind of your main goal in this matchup. It doesn't mean you don't trade at all. You can take short trades around your W of Grass Proc and Sheen, but it's just too volatile for the way the matchup should be going.
That makes sense. What I want to mention quickly is just kind of like zooming out a little bit. The Vi and the Kai'Sa and the Leona, like they have some pretty powerful skirmishing and single target lockdown, and they need to find a pick, right? But when you're playing champions like this, you have to do everything or nothing. Like if there's not an angle, if you're not on the same page, if you don't have your cooldowns, then you're doing nothing and you're preserving your cooldowns and your health. I think you can't afford to be disconnected with a pick comp like this, because what we're seeing is people are just on different pages, they're losing their health, they're losing their resources, they're pressuring at different times. And if you do that with champions like this, you're going to do absolutely nothing and be quite useless.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's a tough game.
Swap to top. Okay. So if you're blue side right now, what angles are we looking for? Because you can't really, it depends who shows bottom. But I feel like it's quite hard to kill this Jax if he has a teammate or two.
It's true, but they just got a lot of tempo from this. They got top push and they have bot push now. They could just swap again.
You like the double swap?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Just keep dodging the Lucian, but they got sucked into the fight.
Yeah. I think if you're Renekton here, you're pretty tilted because right now he's just bashing plates down. If nothing happened, it'd be good for him. Actually, maybe not.
It went well. I thought this was going to be cooked.
Maybe I spoke too soon.
Yeah, I thought it was cooked as well.
Okay, never mind. Lucian gets a penta.
So much is going on.
All right, now you can be tilted if you're Renekton because they didn't win.
It's only a 3-4-3. From this game state, in a 4v5 is not bad.
One thing I don't like, and of course we don't have the comms, but Renekton either needs to be strong calling that off, or he needs to be going in, right? We need to all fight that together with Renekton TP, or just let him hit plates.
Yeah, there's a world where he TPs here and maybe he gets a penta. Like,
he's getting so much bot side for free, right?
It's true. Yeah,
I just let him hit.
Not fighting this was probably the optimal play.
Yep, just let him hit. He was chilling.
Game is completely playable again now, though. Kai'Sa doesn't have one item yet, though.
Yeah, I think Yone kind of had some pretty crazy CC in that fight. Maybe like 4-man Q into ult or something.
It's a good choke for him.
Oh, Leona's going on a solo mission. You got to pressure with
Oh,
your
no.
jungle, buddy.
Yeah,
We've talked
especially
about
against Skarner. Skarner always hunts you down. Like, his effective engage range is just so cooked.
I would do this for any jungle. Like, Leona has nothing in her kit to help her in a sticky situation. So you got to be very careful about when you're pressuring and not.
Yeah, this is fair. It's a bit like Xin Zhao. It's like if you're stepped up, like you can't leave.
Yeah.
All right. Is it time for the Leona strike? I feel like some of the laning
I think we
phases
half
are a bit
strike.
tough. Half strike. All right.
This was the first
Oh,
one.
okay.
That's a bit much.
That's a strike for Lucian. There's just no way that's legal.
Move the half strike to the Leona. I think we.
Oh, sorry.
Kai'Sa.
Too rude.
You're good.
All right.
Can we check the objective timers on as well? Just for Dragon, because one team's got 2 already.
All right. I need to decrease the size of my mini map.
Big jungle mini map. Nice. Yep. Okay, 2 minutes Dragon.
All right.
So if you're red team right now, you're feeling pretty good. Jax has hit Triforce as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they should mainly just be playing for this Dragon, I would say. Just maintaining bot control.
Mm-hmm.
They can... I don't really want them... They can play for Herald as well. I think it's fine. But they have to be quick.
Well, I don't know. I don't care about the Herald too much.
I mean, that death by Lucian was pretty horrible, to be honest. Like, he is a win condition, and he's just solo diving, giving his life in shutdown. When you're the win con, you've got to understand what that means.
Exactly, yeah.
Especially Lucian, I feel like killing on mid is not really a win con. You want to hold like any space here, but he'd already won. He'd sent Kai'Sa base, like, and he had full control of the game, and he just sent it like playing for the kill, and he turns like a I don't know, like a +1 into like a +1 -1 for both teams, which I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah, taking the appropriate sized victory, small wins.
Yep,
for sure. As for the macro here, I feel like they should have a lot of focus on the Dragon because they already have 2. So for that situation, Jax is just in the wrong side. Maybe they wanted to play for Herald. I'm not sure. But if that's the case, then Jax's teammates shouldn't have been with him, right? When Jax got ganked, they should have just eaten Herald instead. So I feel like they're on different pages. If Jax wants to play for Herald, his team needs to be doing that, and he needs to just not get ganked bottom, right? Or get ganked, but not give anything away, right? Pressure as hard as you can without dying. But if they want to play Dragon, he should be top. So he is going top now, which is great to see.
Yeah, I like this from Ari, where she just moves and she gets into like the space 35 seconds before Drake. So she'll be able to like own people on the face check here, just sitting.
I don't think Nami should be showing on mid. I think Nami Ari should be together, just killing whoever walks in. I don't think Nami needs to hold Lucian's hand here.
Oh no. Do we send it here? Are we just chilling? We're holding space?
No. Just hold it, wait for them to come in, yeah. No rush.
This is lovely.
Yep. Just kill them if they walk in. There we go.
Nice.
Oh, close. Good look. Yeah.
It looks like red team is a lot more on the same page.
Definitely. Okay, Jax knows he's the play now. He's just going to chill. There's no way he can die. He has to get towered.
That's a good cross map Herald. I like
that a lot.
I forgot
Ari
about
should
the Herald.
Ari needs to base right now in Fog or Nami. I feel like right now playing for mid tower while they're heralding top is just too much.
I think blue team should have sent it here. Like you just gotta use your cooldowns with these 3.
Also, the Herald flank. Oh my god!
Really good play from blue.
I didn't think about that.
I really like the response there. I think red team was just trying to get too much. They're trying to do dragon, mid tower, everything.
And Skarner took 10 years to solo the dragon.
Yeah, they lost it. That was brutal.
Damn, that Herald play really messed with red team's coordination.
Yeah, you have to answer Herald. You can't just leave your top lane 1v2, 1v3 to answer Herald by himself. You need Nami or Ari to fog somewhere and start recalling.
Converting this into a flank on mid is crazy as well. Like, using the Herald top to just send it on mid afterwards is ridiculous.
Good driving. Good license. He's got his license, that guy.
Yeah. But that's just something you've got to keep in mind, right? Like you don't want to do 3 different things at once. Like you don't want to do dragon and contest mid prior and answer 2v2 top.
Exactly. Okay, what's up next? Atakan. Late assignments look good. I think Jax is doing a good job.
Oi!
Oh,
Another mid dive that goes awry.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'd also feel very awkward sending it as Vi when my team has no cooldowns. Like, we have no Leona
I
ult,
did
no
not
Kai'Sa
like
ult.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
that was
nice counter play.
so many deaths under mid tower. People are just getting bored and just right clicking mid until they die. I want to see some just hit
both
camps or just shove some waves out. Just
exactly. Both teams are just addicted to mid
another
tower,
one.
mid tier 1. I think.
Yeah. I don't mind hitting mid tier 1, but we want to do it after we push one of the sideways all the way and bring our homies so we have numbers advantage while we do it. If we're just doing it like naked, you know, it's like
Yeah.
all right. I mean, game state, it like there's a lot of kills for red, but it's still extremely playable for blue.
So, what do you guys think Blue's win condition is? If we're just taking a second to zoom out here.
Hold on, wait. I must consult the side lane.
I think it's hard. I think they don't really have ways to kill Ari or Jax unless Ari or Jax make a big mistake. I feel like they just have to get vision control first. The situation where Ari and Nami were there first, blue team needs to do that around Atakan here. And just send it when they walk in. Like the second they see somebody, Leona just needs to go. I feel like I haven't seen them kill somebody together yet.
Yeah, I think it should mostly be like not playing through side, I think. And you just like, once you get the side out a bit, you just base open through mid and just send it.
Yep, I just want to see them dump wards in top jungle and kill them when they walk in. If they don't walk in, we just one-shot Atakan, right? With Yone Kai'Sa.
Get some vision, draw a line in the sand, and then just absolutely send it and trust how much pick threat you have.
Just plop Leona hidden somewhere in the jungle and then just kill them when they walk in.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty bad from Kai'Sa. She's on midwave and she had no friends. If she has no friends and can't send it on Lucian, then Lucian can just kind of run the game.
And this could just grief the whole sequence. Right now, Kai'Sa has no flash half health when her team is ready and looking for something.
Yeah.
This is why you've got to be ready to do nothing when it's not your turn. And when it is your turn, then you have everything to send.
Yep. Okay, this is Yone can carry the sequence really hard. He's got TP advantage. So Jax's goal should just be to find him and sort of mark him and never let him TP freely. It can be hard though, because Yone can beat him up a bit. But that needs to be what he tries to do, right? Like he needs to go and face check and ward their bush. He can't let Yone TP 5v4. Nice, he's doing it. Perfect. That's what I like to see.
Fight here.
Okay, here we go. Nice. All right, take Jax's strike away. I'm really happy with that.
Jax's strike away?
Take it away. Can we do that?
I can give him a tick.
Yeah, that's what I like to see.
So this whole fight, we didn't use Vi ult at all. I just noticed we didn't really choose a target and blow them up.
Can we play the fight again?
This is if you don't hold like this tribush here, it's really easy for the range team to play in this space, and it's quite hard to send it if you can't see in there. So as soon as they give this up, like once everyone comes back up and takes the space again, from here, I'm super uncomfortable as Vi. Yeah, it's so hard.
Yeah,
it's too front to back now, right? I think red team did a good job of letting Skirmishing go first, and now it's hard to isolate a target. So I'm just wondering if did we get bored and hit the Atakan, or was there a better reason? It didn't look like a good setup for us.
Yeah, there wasn't really much reason. I think I don't know. I think it's just it's 21 minutes. We have to hit the objective that spawned in front of us. There was no real condition advantage. Kai'Sa was flashless, I guess.
The advantage they're playing for is Yone TP, right?
TP as well, yeah.
Yeah, Jax just smurfed it there. I feel like if Yone had a better understanding of that, and right now, before the Atakan, just ran all the way away, so he could actually make a 5v4. I see the angle there. But just a 4v4 while Atakan's annihilating your team, it's just not the play. So I don't know if this is Yone or his teammates, but they need to be more on the same page there.
The fight didn't end up too bad. I thought they were going to get cooked, to be honest. But
I think the ease of execution for red team is helping them a lot here. Like they just have a tanky scanner, and then they have a couple range carries, and then they have an enchanter that enchants, and it's up to blue team to create a pick, and that's a lot harder. It's a lot easier said than done. So we'll see if they can manage it. But just kind of like handshaking 4v4s front to back out in the open is probably not the way to go about it.
Not including the TP, what are you two looking to do differently if you're the Vi Leona in this game to problem solve?
So I would personally just try to make sure that I'm not going on solo missions and losing my flash and getting chunked when Vi isn't ready. When my Vi is ready, then I would probably be encouraging a side laner to get a little bit more pressure so that we can take some space on the map. I think it's hard to get a lot of mid pressure given that we're pretty short range and our mid tower's down. But at the very least, we need to choose an area on the map that we're going to control and have some vision in. And then as soon as anyone enters that, we're like full sending it with Vi, lIora, and Kai'Sa.
So allow maybe your Yone to push in bot, and then you just kill whoever goes near him in the bot jungle.
Yeah, and probably
Perfect.
These last like minute and a half from blue was a lot better. It's like anyone stepped on their screen, they just click their buttons. And they
Yeah,
just
this is very decisive.
I think it's first time lIora and Vi look like they're on the same page. It's good to see.
Yeah.
We get some ticks for this. Like
Definitely.
I think it was great. It was great. It was great. It was great.
Nice. Well, poor top laner.
He played his matchup very well.
Yeah, true. All right, Baron up in 2, so I want to see top laners go bottom here.
Yeah, this is a tough position for Jax at this point, right? He's so low gold relative to the game. Like, what is he?
Yeah, but
That's 7
his
gold.
champ's just so useful though into comp.
This is true.
Yeah,
It's
I
pretty
think he'll be
good
fine.
versus this. He is down like 4k gold on enemy Yone though.
Small problem, but in a team fight, I think they're really favored. Him and Skirmishing can make so much space.
Yeah, the Skana's been looking really good in the fights. Like, Vi has a really tough time operating versus this champion.
Okay, nice. Jax is fixing lane assignment. I mean, for blue side, the lane assignment doesn't actually matter. Renekton and Yone, they're both good inside. They can go wherever they want. I'd rather Yone with the team, though, preferably. He's just a bit more useful, grouped up.
He's so strong as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'd rather Yone here doing what Renekton's doing, right? And Renekton just pushing bot and TPing in.
Ooh.
Nice.
They really ditched Skana pretty hard, pretty quickly there.
I think he's cooked. I think it's like really tricky to get out there. If the fight stops...
I'd like to see a few cooldowns, just like an RA charm into Q when they've used a few cooldowns, but yeah, I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, if both teams are just hitting each other, I think blue wins. I think red team wants to play more with like space, right? They want to play on Lucian, Ahri ranges. They don't just want to like butt heads together. All right.
Nice. Okay. Play for Baron here.
I think we've got the flow of this mid to lane. Did you want to investigate some bigger team fights, Pablo?
Dude, he cooked him.
Let's fast forward a bit till the Baron sequence.
Yeah, I'm down. Oh man, it's brutal. It's really such a like a tough position.
Yeah.
For the Jax.
He's just too far behind from lane.
Oh, do we kill? If we kill, maybe we can hit. Okay.
Okay.
Nice. Yep, let's play for it.
Translate that to Baron. Blue team is going to give Baron and play for mid bot. Oh, they're going to base? Really?
They're going to come. Ooh. Yeah, they're going to come.
Oh, they're going to fight. Oh, Jax is dead. Right.
Jackson TP soon. They just need to play a bit slow. Oh, nice.
Oh,
really good.
Hit. Okay.
Wow. Oh, okay, no smite.
Yeah, Skada had no smite. That was spicy.
Oh, Renekton's demon mode.
Nice.
Damn.
Okay.
Big Jaxie.
That was a very nice combo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, just too far behind though. Jax can't kill anything.
Yeah.
I will say, as much as we've seen people being disconnected, like we've seen some solid skirmishes and execution when everyone is fighting on the same screen.
Yeah. There's been some like good fighting in that sense. Damn, this is a tough scenario for Jax. That was so sad because I feel like the Skana ult into the Jax stun into Yone was like,
yeah,
he was just getting hit for like 10 seconds in a row, but then he just didn't die because Jax has
does damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering if, because the red side solo laners have ended up like 100 CS behind the clock.
Yeah.
I haven't been paying too much attention to that, but I'm wondering how many side waves we're just kind of letting bleed out.
Yeah, I'm not sure because I feel like Blue has had a lot of opportunity to send it on mid in their mid game, right? But somehow their side laners are also like really kind of, you know, they've kind of juiced themselves inside as well. So I'm not sure like what has occurred to
I think Jax just lost 40 from lane, right? 40-50.
Yeah.
I think Yone's just done a really good job of constantly pressuring, and he's been eating camps off cooldown as well to gain his lead, just stealing from Vi, which is what you want to see. Okay. Maybe not if you're
I
Pabu,
think
but
also,
that's what you want to see.
I think also in a environment where you're communicating with each other, you have to be vocal as a side laner, right? Like your team wants to do something, and then you're like, oh, okay, I'll get sucked into that, and then you end up losing 2.5 waves.
Yeah.
So you need to know how to side lane. You need to know how to communicate what you need and what you want as well to be able to keep that up.
Yeah, this is a pretty easy game to run from Ari perspective, but he does need the game to be played around his timers, because if Lucian ever sends it when Ari's not ready, then he can kind of toss the game very quickly.
Yep. Oh, they're sending Ari top, so they're giving Dragonair. That's fine. Jax is dead. Wow.
Yon's like last 5 minutes,
Yeah.
he's just been completely
Crazy.
cooking the game. Yeah.
He's gained a massive advantage through side laning, right? Power farming camps and kills on the Jax. He's just out of control now.
A bunch of good team
Let's
fights in
speed
a
up
row.
this section a little bit, Pabu.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Baron of 3. Nothing's really going to happen till then, in theory.
All right, where are we off to? We can go watch the main character.
Okay. I'd run Yone just to go top here next to Baron and just get babysat because he's so useful. I don't want him to be isolated anymore. Renekton could go bottom and just be making pressure. Nice.
Super decisive, but basically
But
diving mid tower.
Yeah, it's too deep. It's too deep.
So,
I think this is a really common thing people struggle with in the mid game when there's no objective for like 3 minutes. Because it's all about reading your opportunities, right? Because the enemy, if they want to, they can just sit under tower and clear waves. It's pretty hard to make progress, like unless you can dive them.
Yeah, I
So
feel like
they
people
just
are
make
very
an objective, right?
Yeah, this
Like,
need to check them
instead
out.
of the dragon being on the map, you just say we're going to control top quadrant, right? We're going to shove top out. We're going to control this area, even if there's not a dragon there.
Exactly. Just fill it up with pinks and kill whoever pushes past tier 3, right? That's all they can really do.
Yeah, I think people underestimate how much gold it is to just eat enemy camps on cooldown. And so if you're eating 9 camps and they're eating 3, it's a really substantial lead. It builds up very quickly.
Definitely.
But then also, people are also very optimistic about like, oh, enemy team is inting on midwave, right? It's often like really hard to force this if they have all their cooldowns up, if they have their sums up. If they have like, carries with no flashes and stuff like this, it can be a bit easier to punish. But when they have all their spells and they're only here, it's a bit hard to send it.
For sure.
Okay, I think we check out maybe one more big fight and then we can zoom out in Sunrise maybe.
Yeah, the final Baron fight.
See what happens around Baron, yeah.
Okay, we go. Full Baron control. Nice. I like that they're holding bushes here, red team. Nice. Keep going.
Red team is playing on this
Jax
space
needs to
very
TP.
well.
Jax needs to TP way faster.
Gosh.
GG.
This Yone, man.
Yone.
Dude, he's cooking this entire game.
I like what red team was trying to do there. I really like that. They just don't have... I don't think everyone was there. Can we go back to it as the final play? So a couple of things missing. Jax needs to TP instantly the second any action happens, right? You never want to be at the fight late. So when he sees them coming, he should just TP now because he knows a fight will happen. The second he sees this...
He has ward here, I guess.
You don't even have to wait for like a Skarner thing to hit. You just trust your boy's going to hit it, right? And then...
From here, the fight's committed already. Leona's no flash, right? So...
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, looked good initially, and then Yone, Superman, just comes flying through.
Yep. Yeah, Jax has a TP way early and try to mark the Yone. He's not going to beat him, but he can waste his time.
Oh, this is just a juicer Yonal. Like,
It's just too cooked. Double kill for support. That's support gap.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, game is probably cooked from here, right? I don't see any world where red can get out of this hole now.
Yeah.
We should double check just in case.
Yeah. For sure.
Let's see. But we can summarize while it's speeding through. I'd say I really like the way our early game, they were failing a lot of the execution, the Leona vibe, but they started pulling it back later on. I feel like they started getting more on the same page, getting to objectives early and killing people who walked in. That was cool to see. And I feel like Yone had a good understanding of his champion, right? Like, there's a reason he's 10 CS per minute and played the fights well. He understands that he's not just going to ARAM all the time. He's just going bottom, power farming everything, eating all the camps, constantly making pressure as well. Like, Jax was just stuck under tower getting poked the whole time, even though his champ would be useful grouped. Yone never let him. So I feel like Yone is my MVP for this one.
Yone is also eating into 5 people dying and throwing the game as well. But apart from that,
he's allowed to.
Popping off.
He's allowed to. If you carry,
can have one.
throw. Yeah. So I'll give him MVP, but I'm curious about what you
I
guys think.
agree. Yeah.
I think so
Yeah,
far,
I
yeah,
think
he's really been cooking.
I think it was fun to watch just like the ebb and flow of this game. Like the red team, they just did such a good job of dominating and controlling through bot lane in the early to mid game. And then I think they struggled to figure out how to translate that appropriately. And
Yeah, I think
blue
Lucius
team,
laning phase was
they had a
beautiful.
really rough one, and then they started to find targets, press their buttons, and trust their explosive skirmishing, which their comp thrives at, right? So that was cool to see from them.
Hmm. What would be the big focus points if you're thinking about this game? I think for me, I think like in terms of things that need to improve, I think Jax's like opening levels were like pretty tough, and he kind of got dominated in this, and then it set him up to be really far behind in the game. And I feel like Leona's opening levels were also pretty poor, or at least bot lane in general. I'm not sure if it's entirely Leona fault, but they were losing so much condition considering they had 0 all-in threat with no flash.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, there's a
for
lot
sure.
of little problems that you'd have to solve around bot lane. I think embracing reality and understanding what the next best decision is, given an awkward spot, would have been really important. And also
Mhm.
just making sure everyone understands the nature of this matchup. Kaiser Leona
Mhm.
have to be able to find heavy trades, and if they get shoved out, then you have to figure out how to relieve them of that pressure. I'm still trying to figure out where it all went really wrong for Red Team. I think that happy ARAM tower dive was a pretty big offset into the pace of the game. Otherwise, it
Yeah.
feels like this Yone has just been steamrolling.
I think there was this fight here where Yon hit like a mega combo, and then the game just got really easy from there for Yon. He picked up a lot of gold, and then he's just been
Mm,
slamming side the entire game. So Yon's been like a
that's
he's
true.
been
That
like
fight,
the one to make it
yeah,
unequal.
that fight could have been 0 for 4 with Renekton hitting plates, but it was kind of even, and Renekton got all the plates as well. So Yone,
Yep.
yeah, really carried that situation.
Yeah. I think he carried the whole game, to be honest. I'm trying to figure out what Red Team should have focused on in the mid game. Maybe just team fighting better and spacing the threat.
Mm.
But I feel like they were spacing the engage pretty well apart from Yon. Like they were sending Skarner in first to face check. They were playing on their range, and then Yon just kills
Yeah.
everyone.
I feel like one thing Red Team failed to do is alleviate some pressure for Jax. Remember when he got heralded at the top? Ari
Yep.
didn't go to answer him. There was a big sequence where Yone was just playing super aggressive bottom, where Ari could even base lane gank and then TP back to a player. You have a lot of
Mhm.
options like that, and I didn't really see anyone really giving Jax a hand. When if he gets a push out and he could group, the fights would just be so easy for him.
Mhm. All right. So the MVP is very obviously Mr. Yon. He was
Yep.
kind of the goat in this game. All right.
I do
Then
want
for
to
the
give a
rest,
shout out to Lucian and Nami. I think their early and their early mid game
Mhm.
was beautiful. They absolutely annihilated them.
Definitely.
Yeah, tricky mid game, but definitely like a really great early game. Then yeah, I think in general, it's really hard to have too many complaints about this game. Like there's obviously some things that could be changed to be better, but there was a lot of really good aspects in this one. This one was like a really it was a pretty fun game. There was a lot of cool moments throughout.
Definitely. I think for me,
Who are you
student of
guys
the
thinking?
week. Yeah, student of
Student
the
of
week
the
would
week.
be Jax for me. I feel like the matchup understanding and his lane assignments were really good, but if you're getting stomped like that and they're just heralding and just destroying your base and Yone's getting out of control, you can call
Hmm.
for something, right? Even if you don't know what to call for, you can start that conversation. I feel like he was just silently, or maybe he was chatting and getting ignored, but I feel like he was just silently getting shit on by Yone, where he could have
Yep.
called for something.
Yeah, he needs relief or like something to be forced on the other side so he can like TP to it and get out of the situation. Just anything to break what was occurring inside would
Definitely.
have been nice.
I think there's also a lot of learning for Leona and Vi and
Hmm.
figuring out how to pilot their champions together better.
Hmm.
I just want to bring it back to like doing everything or nothing. Like if you're not on the same page finding a target, killing someone, then you're not doing anything. You're preserving your
Yep.
cooldowns and your health. And so there's very low margin for error, but they did a pretty poor job of that earlier on, and then they got on the same page. So it looks like they already learned a lot from that. But yeah, the early game was pretty brutal.
Yeah, the synergy was scaling into this game for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
All right, I think we
All
can
right,
wrap it up
perfect.
there.
Awesome.
Wrap it up there. Nice.